This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss why public transport matters more than elevated tollways. Our road safety reminder in the Young Street Smarts portion centers on following a traffic enforcer signal in an intersection. This week's Buying Chuper shall be following the 3-second distance rule. Showcase this week shall have the SUV from Suzuki, the Jimny 5-door all-grip GLX AT, two-tone. We shall also have the highlights of the 2024 Ineos Super Sprint Round 6.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's episode of Motoring Today. Join us.
I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so yo. Everybody know I'm you know when the click through. Try to send this box to be a so big ride. I've been coming up hot for a minute.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. The LTO continues to make it easier for owners to renew registration of their vehicles. The LTO Pitx Licensing Center is now offering vehicle registration and renewal services for both cars and motorcycles. In a press statement, the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange said it is partnering with the LTO to provide a convenient solution for motorists looking to renew their registrations quickly and easily. Since it first opened in 2022, the LTO Pitx Licensing Center has made it very convenient for drivers to renew their licenses at the major transportation hub. In announcing the launch of the expanded services of the LTO Pitx Licensing Center, Jason Salvador, Pitx Corporate Affairs and Government Relations Director, said, "At Pitx, we are committed to delivering innovative and efficient services that cater to the needs of the public. Introducing motor vehicle registration renewal at our terminal underscores our mission to serve as a one-stop hub for our passengers." Vehicle owners who want to renew their registrations need to present the following requirements at the LTO Pitx Licensing Center: the LTO Client ID, clear photocopy of latest official receipt and certificate of registration, proof of electronically transmitted appropriate insurance certificate of cover, electronically transmitted motor vehicle or electronically transmitted certificate of emission compliance. In making registration renewal even more convenient, the LTO may be attempting to solve the problem it reported last year that more than half of vehicles remained unregistered. Meanwhile, is saving on travel time by taking the NLEX connector worth an increase in toll? This question should be on the minds of many motorists these days. Passage on the NLEX connector from Caloocan to España is now more expensive. The TRB has authorized the collection of the updated toll rates for the NLEX connector starting October 15, 2024. Motorists using Class 1 vehicles, regular cars and SUVs, are charged a flat rate of 119 pesos. Class 2 or buses and small trucks, 299 pesos, and Class 3 vehicles or large trucks, 418 pesos. According to the tollway operator, the NLEX connector has reduced the travel time between C3 in Caloocan and Magsaysay Boulevard in Manila to just 7 minutes. Toll was collected on the NLEX connector last year, 4 months after the opening of Section 1 from Caloocan to España in March. The toll was not raised when Section 2 from España to Magsaysay Boulevard was opened in October of last year, letting motorists use the longer stretch for almost a year with no toll adjustment. NLEX Corporation hinted at another toll hike when the NLEX Connector project is completed. The NLEX Connector is the first expressway in the Philippines to implement a barrierless system and uses 100% RFID, allowing faster transactions at toll plazas. Everybody says time is precious. How precious? Perhaps 100 pesos for a 7-minute ride precious. Although some complain about being trapped on elevated tollways for much longer than 7 minutes. Continuing, motorists have been complaining about congestion on the SLEX. A solution may be forthcoming. Ground has been broken for the construction of the Ayala Greenfield Interchange in Calamba that the Department of Transportation believes will help ease traffic in the South Luzon Expressway or SLEX. At the groundbreaking ceremony, DOTR Undersecretary for Road Transport Jesus Ortega said the interchange will provide another convenient access into and out of the SLEX and help ease traffic congestion. The interchange will connect the SLEX Toll Road 3 to local roads, providing easier access to SLEX and the Star Tollway for motorists coming from Calamba. Calamba City Mayor Rosela Rizal said the project addresses the growing volume of vehicles and visitors that flock to the resort capital of the Philippines and the growth corridor of the Calabarzon region. Ayala Corp and Ayala Land Incorporated Chair Jaime Zubel de Ayala and San Miguel Corporation President and Chief Executive Officer Ramon Ang thanked the DOTR for supporting the Toll Road 3 and Interchange project. Paying through the nose for supposedly faster travel on expressways, but getting trapped into hours-long congestion is a legitimate complaint that tollway operators, as well as authorities, need to address. And finally, should owners of light electric vehicles rejoice now that the LTO no longer requires the registration or a license to operate them on public roads? The LTO has suspended implementation of regulations mandating registration of all light electric vehicles. It also suspended the mandatory use of standard protected motorcycle helmets for LEV users. According to LTO Chief Vigor D. Mendoza II, the suspension remains pending the amendment of the IRR or implementing rules and regulations of the Evida law.
So yun lang naman na aming pwedeng isuspend as far as the registration and license. Registration of the vehicle and yung license requirement ng taong gagamit ng light electric vehicle.
The LTO clarified that the suspension of the LEV registration, use of motorcycle helmets, licenses for operating LEVs will not affect the ordinances implemented in various local government units regulating the use of LEVs on public roads.
Siyempre, sa lalong madaling panahon, we would like to put up guidelines that will govern the usage of light electric vehicle in the event na we find it roadworthy. No? Kung roadworthy naman yan, wala namang problema.
The LTO regulations on LEVs apparently went against provisions and the spirit of the Evida law. Now, LEV owners and users are asking, do LGU ordinances banning LEVs from public roads also go against Evida? Those are the latest news developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum. Are more elevated tollways the solution to congestion? Or should authorities prioritize better mass transport? This Motoring Forum tackles these questions. Back when the Skyway was being extended northward towards the North Luzon Expressway and southward past Alabang, authorities boasted that it was the solution to traffic congestion in Metro Manila. Then, DPWH Secretary Mark Villar boasted that when all 3 stages of the Skyway are seamlessly connected and all the entry and exit ramps completed, almost every part of Metro Manila would be only around 20 minutes away by car. Early on, when segments of the Skyway were open to motorists, first for free and then with minimal toll, that boast seemed not a boast at all. And when the Skyway system seamlessly connected the South Luzon Expressway to the North Luzon Expressway, motorists crowed about how it was so easy and quick to head out of the metro to either expressway on weekend drives. However, today, whenever people talk about the Skyway, it's all about how badly congested it is during rush hour or even in supposedly off-peak periods for traffic. Most weekends, especially on so-called long holidays, find the Skyway clogged with vehicles crawling towards the SLEX or the NLEX. This experience with the Skyway is feared to happen anew with the NLEX Connector Road, another project now being undertaken in the Marcos administration and a new DPWH secretary. The NLEX Connector Road is a 7.7-kilometer 4-lane elevated expressway connecting the NLEX Harbor Link to the Metro Manila Skyway. Already, Section 1 from Caloocan to España and Section 2 from España to Santa Mesa is benefiting motorists. Government touted that the NLEX Connector reduced travel time from Caloocan to just around 5 minutes. When finally linked to the Skyway, the NLEX Connector is said to ease congestion at ground level, with large cargo trucks having a seamless route from the SLEX and NLEX to the Port of Manila via the NLEX Harbor Link. Some civil engineers and traffic management experts agree that there are benefits to having elevated expressways in Metro Manila. However, they also agree that expanding road capacity must also be complemented by an efficient mass transport network. An ABS-CBN report quotes urban planning expert Derly Mateo Babiano as saying, "Evidence has shown that when you build highways or infrastructure for cars, it attracts more cars, a phenomenon known as induced demand." The report also quoted transportation engineer Cyrus Gomari as saying, "Because of induced demand, if you just expand something without changing behavior, everyone will default to using cars because it seems like the fastest way. But during peak hours, it's no longer the fastest." They point out that many Filipinos see owning and driving cars or the more affordable motorcycles as more desirable than relying on public transportation. Owning vehicles is also seen as a status symbol. That is the reason why, despite worsening traffic congestion, sales of cars and motorcycles continue to rise. Urban planners are now urging government to adopt a more people-centric rather than car-centric approach to mobility in Metro Manila. Transportation engineer Cyrus Gomari said the only way to increase mobility in the metropolitan area is to make it easier through higher capacity transport modes like railway systems and bus rapid transit. Gomari also pointed the lack of active transport options such as safe walking and cycling infrastructure. During the pandemic, authorities embarked on a program to establish more bike lanes. However, this initiative began to slow down post-pandemic when cars returned to metro roads. Government appears to be addressing the need for a more efficient public transport network in Metro Manila, rehabilitating, upgrading, and extending the light rail transit systems, construction of a subway, and privatizing the EDSA carousel. At the same time, the completion of elevated tollway projects within the metro is also being fast-tracked. Still, experts agree that more needs to be done to finally solve the traffic and mass transportation woes of Metro Manila. The experience of motorists with elevated tollways can be instructive. Great at first, bad in the long run. So perhaps creating more accessible, affordable, efficient public transport should be given better consideration.
We dream to create a world where energy is at its full potential. Powerful, yet peaceful. Exhilarating without excess. A world where energy ignites beauty. Transcending our limitations towards limitless possibilities. With smooth acceleration to multiple destinations. For a better tomorrow, where energy augments our everyday into a life so effortless. welcome to a new beginning, where performance and sustainability thrive together, moving you towards a beautiful life. With energy that's powerful, electrifying, life-changing. Honda, transform the future.
There is a lot to learn about being safe and smart on the road. We young ones always need to make ourselves smarter and safer about motoring. Learn more from our Young Street Smart segment with road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. Traffic enforcers are usually found on busy intersections. Maging ikaw ay pedestrian or driver, always be respectful of them at maghintay ng signal na galing sa kanila. We share the road with others every day. How to better shape the road and help make motoring daily a happier experience is this week's Payong Choper.
Payong Choper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Rodrigo, isang kapwa niyo choper. Siguraduhin may sapat na espasyo pagitan ng inyong sasakyan at nasa inyong harapan sa tuwing namamasada.
Maaari mo itong gawin sa pamamagitan ng pagsunod sa 3-second rule, kung saan ikaw ay maglalaan ng 3 seconds of space sa pagitan mo at ng sasakyan sa iyong harapan. Humanap ng palatandaan sa gilid ng kalsada. Kapag nakita mong nakalampas na dito ang sinusundang sasakyan, saka ka umabante at sumunod.
Tandaan sa pamamagitan ng pagsusunod sa 3-second rules, maiiwasan ang gitgitan sa kalsada. Ito po si Rodrigo Apas, Payong Choper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo choper.
I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so everybody know you know when it click through to the system is about to be a show be fun. I've been coming up hot for a minute.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsport is next.
In motorsports news, Rainy Medina topped SR1 class in Race 4, the first race of the second and final round of the 2024 COL Radical Challenge Philippines. Matthew Edmonds came in second with Michael Apacible crossing the finish line in third. In Race 5, Rainy Medina and Matthew Edmonds finished 1-2 in the SR1 class with Michael Apacible recording a DNF. Michael Apacible bounced back from the DNF in the previous race to finish second behind Race 6 winner Rainy Medina. Matthew Edmonds dropped to third. In the SR3 class, Jordan Mikey scored a hat trick, finishing first in all 3 races held in the final round of the Radical Challenge Philippines Series. In all 3 races of the SR3 classes, Rafa Caceres and Andre Rodriguez finished second and third respectively.
More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. The 2024 Enyo Super Sprint Round 6 is here, the final race of the season. It's all or nothing as drivers battle it out one last time for the top spot.
last year, 2 beses lang ako nakasali. Tapos netong taon na to, kinumpleto namin ni Daddy. Kasi maganda yung super sprint eh. Kumbaga, crucial din. Ang daming sumasali. Nag-prepare kami ni Daddy. Kumbaga, pinaalay namin yung kotse, naayos talaga namin. Tapos nagpa-practice din ako lagi sa amin, kaya yung pakiramdam ko hindi na bago.
Well, yeah, it was very tough. This is the first time it actually rained in the Super Sprint event, so it's been 6 rounds. So, yeah, we didn't expect it actually to be raining today. But when we got here, we know that it'll be very tricky conditions, especially that the road is very slick and a lot of dust is in it too. So at least we just managed to do safe runs this morning, and then the afternoon we know how it feels, so we'll expect to push. After missing out on 2 more events, it was pretty difficult just to relearn the track again. But overall, I feel back where I should be and on pace. And as of now, it looks very good. We're leading, but there's close competition right behind us. So just still full focus again, and yeah, just trying to hopefully maybe the weather dries up and the track gets cleaner.
Salamat sa Super Sprint family, lalo na kay Sir Robert. Kumbaga, kaming mga beginner, nagkakaroon kami ng chance na makaikot sa ganyan track. Sa family ko yun, sa magulang ko, sa Jeff Mag Autoworks.
Like, of course, to thank everyone who's been supporting me throughout my racing career. We've just recently competed in Formula 4, and we also did Vias Cup, and now we're also doing Super Sprint. So in all the series, I'd like to thank my sponsors, especially Motul, Yokohama, Alpine Stars, like Time Master Watches, and Blue Coffee. They've been throughout my racing career, and they've supported me through every race. So I'm grateful that I'm able to also give back to you through trying to win all of these races. So I'll keep doing my best, and yeah, looking forward to the future too.
We're sad right now because we're drawing the series to a close, but we're happy that even though the weather is horrible today, a lot of people came out. It's great to see old friends. The series would sincerely like to thank Enios Motor Oil, Japan's #1 oil company. We are also supported by Furukawa Batteries, BSB June Rose. Thank you. We also are supported by Parts Pro, Toyota Manila Bay, Auto Performance, Aguila Auto Glass, Run Stop, Fabrics, Sonax, Miltrees, Pia, Fix Stop, Pegasus Auto Lamps, Project Vector, Clean Shine Master, and Rider's Aid, Life Plus Ambulance Service, Walter Lights and Sounds, and eCube Events. And we also would like to thank our media partners, of course, Motoring Today, C Magazine, Time Attack Manila, Carbon Media, IRE Productions, Grupo Toyota. Thank you very much. We sincerely are grateful for all the support and the love. Let's see what's next. Thank you.
And that's the finale of Super Sprint Round 6. Stay tuned for more races and other exciting car racing events coming soon. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break. Our Car of the Week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. In this showcase, we take a look at the Suzuki Jimny 5-door GLX automatic transmission, a rugged compact SUV that offers more space and practicality while maintaining its off-road prowess.
The Suzuki has long established a well-earned reputation for off-road capability. Despite its size, the meaty SUV is not one to be overlooked. It uses its subcompact dimensions to its advantage, making it nearly unstoppable in the rough. But now there's a new addition to the Jimny lineup, one that adds more practical dimension to its tough off-roader. It's none other than the first ever 5-door. At first glance, one might mistake the 5-door for the standard 3-door model. However, there are several distinguishing characteristics that this model has, and it's not just about the length. The easiest way to spot the 5-door from the 3-door are the chrome inserts on the grille. It also sports a unique front bumper for further differentiation. Of course, the main difference here is the addition of 2 extra doors and the extended body. This subcompact 4x4 measures 3,820mm long, 1,645mm wide, and 1,720mm tall with a wheelbase of 2,590mm. It then has a ground clearance of 210mm. In comparison, the 5-door model is longer by 117mm. For the top-spec GLX variant, it comes with LED lighting with auto-on function, headlight washers, and headlight beam levelers. Inside, it's a familiar sight for those who already own the 3-door model. It means a rugged-looking dashboard that's ready for action. Thanks to the extended wheelbase, it transforms the Jimny into a true 4-seater SUV with legroom to space. Cargo space isn't sacrificed either, with 211 liters with the rear seats up at a maximum of 1,113 liters. The Jimny's interior blends old-school looks with modern conveniences. The boxy interior theme is complemented by 9-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for the GLX. Automatic climate control is also standard, as well as a single USB port on the dash and 12-volt sockets at the front and rear. For safety equipment, the Jimny 5-door GLX comes comprehensively equipped as such. Dual front airbags, side airbags, and curtain airbags are all part of the package. Stability control is also on guard at all times, while hill hold control and hill descent control make off-road and on-road driving less difficult. Cruise control then makes those long highway drives easier and more convenient. The familiar 1.5-liter 4-cylinder from the 3-door also powers the 5-door. It makes 102 horsepower and 130 Nm of torque. The GLX uses a 4-speed automatic transmission, while the base GL is equipped with a 5-speed manual. But regardless of the variant, both come with a traditional shift-on-the-fly 4x4 system that's manually operated through a gear lever. Helping the Jimny make it over rough terrain is its classic but proven suspension arrangement. It uses a 3-link live axle at the front and rear for optimal suspension articulation, ensuring there is always contact with the ground even with the axle twisted. The short approach and departure angles also mean it's nearly impossible to scrape the bumpers on climbs and descents. The Suzuki Jimny 5-door has a base SRP of 1,558,000 pesos for the GLMT. The GLX AT raises that to 1,698,000 pesos. For the off-road adventurer who wants and needs a subcompact off-roader for tight trails, this tough little 4x4 is the only way to go.
With its extended body, tough 4x4 system, and modern features, the Suzuki Jimny 5-door stands out as a versatile and capable off-roader. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess, para we could show you and give you yung gagawin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry takes center stage.
"20 automotive brands have signed up to participate in the 2024 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival. These include BYD, Bestune, BYD, Chery, DFSK, Dongfeng, Ford, Photon, GWM, Honda, Hyundai, Isuzu, Jetour, Kia, Lynk & Co., MG, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Omoda, Ceres, Suzuki, Toyota, VinFast. The second of this year's Autofocus Test Drive Festivals returns to Block 16 and 20 of the Mall of Asia Concert Grounds, where the country's biggest and best brands will showcase and provide test drives of their local lineup of vehicles from November 14 to 17. At the festival, prospective buyers can also discover and compare the best deals, discounts, and financing offered by participating brands. Entrance and test drives are free. Lack of spare parts for repair or replacement should no longer be a problem for Ford vehicle owners. Ford Philippines now has a new and bigger parts distribution center in Calamba, Laguna, which the brand says enables same-day delivery to dealerships in Metro Manila and nearby areas, as well as daily delivery to Ford dealerships in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
This warehouse is bigger than 6 Araneta Coliseums. So if you think about the capacity that we have here, plus the organization and the ability to process parts in this space, it will put us in a competitive advantage to get parts to across the entire country faster and more reasonably, because we can stock better.
Ford's new parts facility has an area of over 13,000 square meters and can store up to 100,000 vehicle parts. This should help support Ford's plan to expand its local lineup of vehicles and the projected increase in sales volume.
As you look at and think about what the opportunity represents for us, as everyone understands, our volume continues to grow. And with growing volume and additional product offerings, we need the ability to be able to satisfy those parts. So this will enable us to really bring parts across the entire country faster and to be able to continue to expand when we bring additional products into market.
BYD Philippines has brought in the Seal, full electric sedan that should excite car enthusiasts looking for high-performance rides. The BYD Seal was formally unveiled at the 2024 Philippine Electric Vehicle Summit held at the SMX Convention Center. Ahead of the official launch, BYD Philippines gave motoring media a preview of the Seal at the Ayala Vermosa Estates in Cavite.
So the BYD Seal performs a very specific function in the lineup of BYD the Philippines, and that is to have a flagship performance sedan available to the market. So that means you're trying to dispel the notion that EVs are slow and lethargic when you want to drive it, or just economy boxes. So the BYD Seal is basically your performance sedan. It gives you the performance of a sports car in the shape of a sedan, and it's very practical for everyday use, very practical if you want it also to bring it to the track. It's very capable, the performance is there. It has about 520 PS of power, and it also has about 670 Newton meters of torque from 2 motors, front and back, and that makes it an all-wheel drive affair for the sedan. So the nice thing about it is it's a pure performance car and that specification alone, but it's also supported by cell-to-body technology, meaning the BYD Blade battery that's positioned under the sedan or on the floor is actually tucked into the frame of the car, the E-Platform 3.0 frame, and that gives it more rigidity. So the car is stiffer, the car handles better, responds better to your inputs when you're driving.
The BYD Seal is not all about performance driving. It also comes with a lot of premium and advanced interior features.
So once you step inside the BYD Seal, you'll be greeted by premium leather. Inside the seats, the front seats are all leather, the back seats are all leather. It has ventilated seats up front. You have a big 15.6-inch screen that controls your infotainment and all the menus. So embedded there is all your controls for your chassis settings, for your safety settings, for air conditioning, your sound system, and the sound system itself. It has a 12-speaker Dynaudio system, which gives you quality sound in such a performance sedan. So there's a combination, I would say, of performance, premium luxury in this particular sedan.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 38th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa.
Happy motoring.